Now at 4, remembering 9/11, 22 years later. New York City and the tri-state, the entire nation, all pausing to remember and reflect on the September 11th attacks that changed our lives and our city forever. Hello, everyone. At 4 o'clock, I'm David Ushery.
I'm Natalie Pasquarello. Remembrances were held all across our area today to honor the nearly 3,000 people who lost their lives on our city's darkest day.
We accepted long ago that there is no closure when it comes to 9/11, not here. But the familiar ritual of reading the names of lives lost reminds us of the shared sorrow and collective resilience to recover. Many of our reporters and photographers were there as the towers collapsed. Andrew Sif was one of them. He's now standing by in Lower Manhattan with more on today's commemoration. Andrew?
Yeah, David, and it's been so many years, there's no question about it. There are New Yorkers who wonder to themselves, how long will this ceremony take place? How many years will there be the reading of the names? Well, if you listen to those who lost loved ones on that day, they'll say indefinitely, because the emotion is still so real. And also, lessons are just now being shared with the next generation. The steady march of time as New York marks an anniversary like no other.
22 years are like 22 seconds. I forced myself to remember that it wasn't yesterday or a month or a year. It was 22 years ago. My brother was murdered here.
The still raw recollections of those who endured the loss that day.
Your beautiful smile and presence is missed and loved so much. You are forever our hero and angel.
Your family misses you very deeply. Rest in peace, Uncle.
But what also rang clear at a ceremony where bells, then silence, marked the times the planes hit the towers and when the buildings collapsed, is the new generation growing up post 9/11, never having met their loved ones.
And for my uncle, firefighter Jimmy Richards, tomorrow would have been your 52nd birthday. And even though I never got to meet you, I will never forget you.
Uncle Noel, I'm so proud to be named after you.
And my grandmother, Louise A. Lynch, which I wish was here, but she may rest in our hearts.
All of this unfolding in front of mayors and governors, the vice president, and other dignitaries.
They say that time heals all wounds. Well, I beg to differ.
The day began with an eerie fog over Lower Manhattan, but bright sunshine emerged later.
We are forever grateful for all the amazing memories we have.
Adding to the surreal feeling for loved ones like Sarah Pasquarello.
The pain is just as if it just happened, so it's beyond horrific. This was actually my first time even coming down to see the museum, so absolute wreck.
Just south of the site, Udayan Gupta built a community garden.
You need to create more green space. You need to get more people involved.
And many neighbors thinking of the people they lost, like Amanda Sanclair's childhood friend.
I still see the person that I grew up with and still in disbelief every single year.
And one other theme that emerged at the ceremony today, the need to recognize those who died from illnesses and exposure to the air after 9/11. That number now matches or exceeds the total from the day itself. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Andrew Sif, News 4 New York.
Andrew, thank you. In New Jersey, also honoring its 750 residents killed in the September 11th attacks, with ceremonies held all across the state.
That includes one in Jersey City, where people gathered on this day 22 years ago to watch the horror unfold across the Hudson. Here's News 4's Pat Battle.
The haunting strains of a violin, the Manhattan skyline shrouded in clouds, the backdrop for the solemn ceremony that drew David Mercer to Jersey City for the 10th year in a row.
And when I do this, it connects me to not only my spiritual guides, but to the people here.
He'd spent the night in his car to bear witness, and later a small crowd gathered on the sidewalk. First responders stood at attention as an honor guard advanced, but beneath a massive American flag, the bagpipes played to rows of empty chairs at the foot of Grand Street.
Seems that every year the crowd gets a little smaller, unfortunately, as 9/11 fades from the collective conscience. But it's important in cities like Jersey City and New York City to make sure that it stays front and center and we never forget.
These are the people that can never forget, never unsee the horror across the Hudson 22 years ago. It was a firefighter who captured this image as I stood here that morning with photojournalist Dennis D'Apollonio. We could only imagine what they were witnessing.
This was war, and to see firefighters knowing that they were sacrificing their lives and listening to those calls was very difficult.
It doesn't leave you. A part of me is still there.
The Jersey City waterfront was transformed that day to a massive triage area, treating the wounded, dust-covered and traumatized masses being ferried across the Hudson by the hundreds.
The day after that happened, the spirit of the United States became alive like no other time in my lifetime, and it was beautiful.
Sherry Ann Bordeaux.
And so they read the names of the 39 people from this city who perished in the fire and fall of the towers.
Egyptian pharaohs knew that if you kept saying their names, they lived forever.
Barbara Smith comes every year to remember her friend, Barbara Etzold.
She was on the 93rd floor, I guess the ground zero of ground zero, and no one could believe what was happening.
And many relive that every day.
To this day, sometimes you wake up, you can still remember that smell. You know, you can still remember that taste. And, you know, it was just such a tragic day. But sometimes out of tragedy comes good, you know. And I think that period of time when everybody got together and helped each other, that's what we have to get back to.
In Jersey City, Pat Battle, News 4 New York.
Nearly 500 Long Islanders died on September 11th. One of the more poignant ceremonies in our area happens at sunrise on a beach. It's the same beach where New Yorkers gathered 22 years ago, watching the plumes of smoke rising over lower Manhattan. Here's News 4's Paisy Chang.
The skies opened up as the Sunrise Memorial at Point Lookout got underway.
Lives were stolen from us. And lives are stolen from us on that day, and they continue to be stolen from us every single day from the ill effects of that disease.
Hundreds of Long Islanders were killed in lower Manhattan on this day 22 years ago, and sadly that toll continues to climb decades later.
I'm the son of firefighter Joe Hatzelman.
Joe Hatzelman remembers his father. He made it home on the day of the attacks, but battled a rare cancer and died in 2020.
Today should not be a day of sadness and sorrow, or rehashing bad memories. Today we should feel proud that we knew these men and women.
As the rain tapered off, mourners took carnations to the shore to cast in the ocean, the same spot where 22 years ago many stood and watched the attacks unfold.
Many who have lost loved ones say the pain never goes away, but attending a ceremony like they did today, it's like almost reliving the moment again.
No, it's heaven.
Miguel Soto could barely get the words out. He lost two dear friends that day.
I never miss it. I come in every year, rain or shine. It's good. It's good for me.
Many left flowers at the memorial after finding the names of their loved ones.
It's important that they do this and people remember, always.
Teresa Hunter Labo lost her brother Joe that day.
He was a great guy. He was a devoted son, brother, friend, fireman, and that was unfortunately his destiny, and it's just heartbreaking.
After searching a while, Jerry Monahan was relieved to find her husband's name. Danny was retired, but he still ran towards Ground Zero to help look for survivors. He died of cancer years later.
It's almost like there's a permanent tear in your eye, and on days like this, it comes out. On most days, it just, you keep it in and you do what you have to do.
In Point Lookout, Paisy Chang, News 4, New York. Westchester is also honoring its fallen today. In Valhalla, a moment to pause, pay respects, and remember the lives taken too soon. The rising is 80 feet of steel rising to the skies, a memorial to the 111 Westchester County residents who didn't come home on September 11, 2001. Now next to the memorial, there are granite stones etched with the names of 4 dozen first responders who are now succumbing to 9/11 related illnesses.
Unfortunately, that list isn't over. That hasn't ended. We're losing people every year. I have a friend that I know well from the Larchmont Mamaroneck area who's going to be honored on that wall. And it just seems, it's terribly unfair.
Today, 7 more names were added to that memorial.
In Virginia, a moment of silence was held for the 184 victims lost when American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was there to help honor the 64 people on the aircraft and the 125 people at the Pentagon who died. Bells tolled as the names of the victims were read.
And in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, a ceremony was held for the 40 heroes of United Airlines Flight 93. Today, their loved ones walked through the gates of the memorial to visit the crash site. That hijacked plane was headed for the U.S. Capitol, but the passengers and the crew on board stormed the cockpit, forcing the plane to go down in an open field instead.
Now, this year, President Biden did not attend services at a 9/11 memorial site. Instead, he's at a military base in Anchorage, Alaska. The president is about to speak any moment from Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson. This is as he returns from overseas. He just wrapped up a trip to India for the G20 summit and his first visit to Vietnam since taking office. President Biden is meeting with service members, first responders, and their families in Alaska, noting that many were called to service following the 9/11 attacks.
We want to take a moment to pay tribute to our own loss 22 years ago. Bill Steckman was the engineer working our station's transmitter on the 104th floor of the World Trade Center. He'd already finished his overnight shift that morning, but stayed late to help install some new equipment. Colleagues remember Bill as giving and selfless. Loved ones called him very generous and very smart. Bill left behind a wife, 5 children, and several grandchildren. Our thoughts today are with the entire Steckman family.
And the day will end as it has often in the past 2 years. The tribute in light returns to Lower Manhattan, 2 blue beams echoing the shape of the fallen towers. They've become an iconic symbol. Beginning 6 months after the attack, it not only honors the dead, but celebrates New York's unbreakable spirit. The tribute begins at sunset around 7:12 tonight and will fade away at sunrise tomorrow morning. 15 landmarks and bridges around the city and state will light up in blue as well. Our coverage continues online on NBCNewYork.com. You can find more of our 9/11 stories over the years, including the continuing struggles for survivors and first responders. You can also find them on the NBC4 New York app.